Our theme for the week is the revolution of God in a broken world. Okay? So when we see our world, we see a lot of things that are really hard to stomach. When we look at our
I grew up in a really nice, affluent suburb, and I already knew I wanted to be an urban school teacher at some point in my life. I remember it was late at night, and I'm just watching these young boys come down the street, and then I felt like I saw them like reaching into their pocket to pull out some kind of weapon. So I run back into the house, and I look through the window in the door, like, did I really see, what I thought I saw? It's a whole different experience to live in the community and to have to face your prejudices on a daily level, and you start to see your own fallibility in things. You start to see how responsible you are, and that it's not always somebody out there being prejudiced and racist, but that's inside of you too.
Turn around, the revolution of God is here.
I grew up on a farm in South Georgia, in a small conservative southern town, and I had a lot of racialized experiences. I just had a lot of pain that I hadn't known what to do with. We watched a movie and we talked about different ethnic identities and how they're perceived and things, and I was just super quiet. Then when we got on the bus to go back to our neighborhood and to go back to our house, I just started crying, and I cried the whole bus ride home. I did not know it was wrong, and eventually it dawned on me, and I just felt the need to confess to my team that I hated white people and that I hated black people. That night really, being able to confess that to the people that I was journeying with, really set me on a trajectory towards freedom and towards healing and my ethnic identity.
We welcome Poles, Lithuanians, Ukrainians, Hungarians, Czechs.
I'm from the west side of Chicago in the Austin area, which is probably the second largest area in Chicago. I'm just like, well, I already do that stuff already. I'm already involved with the community, I already know enough about injustice, and I expected to be the one who will always have to teach and inform.
We're learning that this is God's city, and that in this city, we are invited to be a part of great things that are already happening, because there's a revolution of God at hand.
It changed me. It really exposed just hurts, my own prejudice and my own self-centeredness and my own ugliness toward myself, how I view my own identity, my own community, and then others around me. So I wasn't expecting that.
I had a very myopic sort of experience, very narrow, just living as my Korean American normal, high achieving self, trying to make it. After CUP, I realized that my life is not just about me, and that there's a God who he has a purpose for this world and this life, and that he's calling me to be a part of that.
Talk like it. Don't just say something. Do it, live it.
Prior to CUP, I treated justice and caring for the poor, the oppressed, or the hungry as something that was kind of secondary and accessory, it's good, or God likes it when we do that. Whereas after CUP, I realized, no, this is actually essential. It changed the way that I lived afterward.
What the Chicago Urban Program does is it connects that real biblical value for justice and for poor people and for communities that are under-resourced to what the scriptures say, to God, to the Holy Spirit. Where else do you see that coming together? I don't.